What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. In the last episode, we have finished Japan. We have reached, we had reached 5 stars, but the invisible non-existent blizzard has caused me to drop but you watch, as soon as this blizzard's done, it'll go back to 5 stars, right? I promise you. You actually, you would know that I got in 5 stars if you watched the bloody video. But yeah, so today we're going to go to the next zone, right? We got, I set up a vote as per usual, so yeah, you guys can decide where we could go next. This is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. Is there actually a blizzard, or is this like an internal? Doesn't matter anyway, because we're not gonna be here anymore, right? So, disabled by storm. What storm? Oh, there we go. The storm's gone. So, where is it? Wait, where do we? Site map? No. World map. Here we go. So, I had the vote up. So we could have gone to like we could have returned to Indonesia. We could have returned to Montana. We could have returned back to Hawaii. Right? Is Kauai and Hawaii different places, or I don't know. Or we go to 3 of the new places. We either go to Italy, Malta, or the archipelagos islands. And you guys voted so I had this on YouTube and the Discord servers, both my server, which by the way, none of the people in my Discord server voted, but a friend's Discord server, a private Discord server, that I put up a vote, did vote, and added up, we have, hold on, we had 2 for Italy, 4 for Malta, and 7 for the archipelagos. So we're going to the archipelagos islands for our next journey. Now, I got some ideas on what I could do for the islands. I think what I'll do for this one is that I'll try other than like the main mission dinosaurs that are going to be given to me in this mission, I have an idea of like trying to recreate the Hatek Islands, which is a really interesting and fascinating a location, I guess, during the time of the dinosaurs. Basically, is a series of islands in Europe, and they had a bunch of dwarf dinosaurs. There's a bunch of cool different dinosaurs that we can get. There's Hatzegopteryx, which unfortunately is not a pterosaur itself, but we can get Quetzalcoatlus or Thanatosdracon to represent that pterosaur. And we got like various Zalmoxes, Magyrosaurus, Strufiosaurus. There's a lot of cool things we'll try and do. But anyways. The Azores Islands, Portugal. Portugal? Are we in Portugal?
Oh boy, I can see John Hammond's influence here. Not that I'm surprised, because despite his hubris, John was a visionary. And to some people, a vision is an intoxicating thing. Even now, people try to continue what they assume were his global ambitions. Thus, we have the site which you see before you. Well, you better learn from Hammond's mistakes, because in this line of work, you rarely get to learn from your own, if you catch my drift.
So right off the bat, we got some Stegosauruses.
I'm sure you've all heard the rumors that John Hammond planned for Jurassic Parks all around the world. Whether the rumors have substance or not is beside the point. Our client dreams of building a theme park in Europe as an homage to Hammond. And we are nothing if not fulfillers of dreams. For the right clients, of course.
Oh wow, everything really is closer together in Europe. This is one tiny parcel of land.
You're working with the space you have, and I trust you'll do wonders with it.
Alright, first things first, let's work with these Stegosauruses so that they don't go on a rampage. You guys don't even have a water. Yeah. a nice little pond for them to drink. There we go. And yeah, sure, we'll get some conifer forests in here. Yeah, make it reminiscent of the Morrison formation that they lived in. All right. Cool. Well, now that I know that this is in Portugal, that kind of changes a few things. I still want to go for the Hatag Island approach, but now that I know that forgive my geography. There's probably some like geographic nerds like watching the video going like, "You moron! Archipelagos is in Portugal." But there's a few dinosaurs that I know that are in Portugal. There's Ceratosaurus, so maybe we could like look at getting Ceratosaurus. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Ceratosaurus in Portugal. There's not Brachiosaurus itself, but a similar giant Brachiosaur. I can't remember what it was called. It was in the quotation marks Walking with Dinosaurs 2. And there were a bunch of cool stegosaurs as well, but unfortunately those stegosaurs are not in the game, which is unfortunate, but yeah. So anyways, right. So we're working with what seems to be the Jurassic World stegosaurs, which... oh well. I mean, if you wanted to make this a true homage to the original Jurassic Park, wouldn't it make more sense to make it the Jurassic Park Stegosauruses? I never did like the Jurassic World Stegosaurus design. I don't like the face. It's the face that bugs me the most. They look too human-like, if you know what I mean, right? Anyways. Okay, the Azores Islands, Portugal. Appeal modifiers, Brachiosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus, basically the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. I guess it makes sense. This is a Jurassic Park recreation after all. I am tempted to get Brachiosaurus. Simply because of that one Brachiosaur that lives in Portugal. I wish I could remember what his name is. Right, total dinosaur appeal, 11,500. Shelter coverage, 100%. Number of juveniles ever released. Number of cohabited species, 4. Cohabited species, right. So you want the dinosaur... You want me to make enclosures where the dinosaurs will live together. Interesting. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
First things first. Comfortable animals are manageable animals. More manageable anyway.
Thank you, Mr. Lambert. Security is vitally important to our clients, so your expertise is appreciated.
I'm here to advise. And I gotta say, this is a prime opportunity to show the world how secure a park can be in the right hands.
To make a great theme park, you need amazing attractions. Let's get some down.
Increase the genome of Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus this early? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily say create a T-Rex, just get the DNA of it. Increase total dinosaur species to 2. Construct an operational dinosaur encounter. Construct an operational activity center. Right. Well, I can already do like 2 of those things like right away. Let's see. This one? Yeah, this one. I am going to need to make a male stegosaur though, because we don't currently have those. What's the activity center? Before you can build this, you must first research it. Right. Okay. Alright, where do we want this expedition center? That's the science lab, so wouldn't it be cool if like... Alright. Okay, so it's a bit spacey. Yeah, we can still work with this. We got a free enclosure right here. Whether or not we'll put T-Rex in there, though, I don't know. I don't think we'll... I have a feeling if it's asking us to increase the genome of T-Rex, then that means we're going to get T-Rex. That's just a given, right? I'm not sure... But if we are getting a T-Rex, then it's probably best that we get the high security, right? Because, you know, it's a T-Rex. Yeah, right. The first things first, let's actually get the T-Rex remains, but I have a feeling that the T-Rex... Oh, well, first off, actually, do we even have T-Rex? Albertosaurus, Utaranus, Allosaurus, Mexicanthosaurus. No, we do not have T-Rex. The research alone costs 500. We need more engineers. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'll focus on the T-Rex last. Right. Construct an operational activity center. We can try doing that, right? And whether or not we'll get okay, here's the thing with T-Rex, right? If we're getting T-Rex, we need it to be like special, you know, kind of like what we did with the Spinosaurus. I mean, you don't want the T-Rex to be the first dinosaurs you see. You know, like I know people would be like itching to go like, oh, I want to see the T-Rex and stuff, you know? But like, ever heard the phrase best to last? You know, you don't want it's like the definition of like going to a zoo and the lions is the first thing you see, right? You want that build up, you know, get that see all these other dinosaurs first, and then eventually it's just, whoa, there's a T-Rex. Yeah. I wonder, what is the star rating? Do we even do star ratings anymore? We do still do star ratings. What I want to say quickly though is, I feel like this game has a a very big bias towards carnivorous dinosaurs. Like, what do you mean Stegosaurus is a 1-star dinosaur? It's Stegosaurus. Like, like, I feel like when you think of dinosaurs, there's like 4 different dinosaurs you immediately think of, right? There's T-Rex, there's Triceratops, different reactions between the sauropods, but it's either Apatosaurus or Brachiosaurus, and Stegosaurus, right? It's always those 4 main dinosaurs. So like, this should at least be like 4 stars. I don't know, that's just my opinion at least. Okay, activity center. Ooh, which one do we like the looks of the most? What is that? Is that VR? Why would you come to Jurassic World to play VR? Ooh, yeah. Maybe we could have it built into the fence. Stuff it, why not?
Ladies and gentlemen,
maybe we could put some windows on the walls. Actually, I'm curious. If I put like, yeah, there are benches there. Could I make it so that I could have like benches outside, and and that like would program the guests to sit and eat, or sit on the benches, in the dinosaur enclosure. There we go. Ignore the floatingness of the glass. Just look at the dinosaurs through the glass. Yeah. Get a nice first-hand view of all the dinosaurs in their natural habitat. Okay, right. All right. Should I wait it out? No. Here's what I'm gonna do. I need to get some sort of gain of money, right? So I'm just gonna quickly build some basic run-of-the-mill guest buildings, and yeah. Okay, that should get us some sort of productivity. Okay, cool. And now we're going to upgrade our scientists. It costs nearly $500,000 just to... Why are you guys so expensive? Alright, and now I'm just gonna wait. Let the money start crawling in. So I'm just thinking about what our next dinosaur should be. And I'm thinking about the fact that we're both in Portugal, but I'm also thinking about the Hattek Islands, right? And also the fact that we're also in, like, you know, classic Jurassic Park. So, let's think of our options, right? Chunkingosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Nodosaurus. Right. Logoceratops. There is no Ceratopsians in the Oh, no, there is a Ceratopsian. It's just not in this game. Chasmosaurus, Gigantospinosaurus, Sauropelta. We can definitely do Sauropelta because of Struthiosaurus, which is a dinosaur related to, it's where Sauropelta belongs in. I'm sure I can talk more about that when I get Sauropelta, but Sauropelta is definitely up there on our list. Gallimimus, Lysosaurus, Edmontosaurus, Compsognathus, Dilophosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus, Carnotaurus, Giganotosaurus, oh wait, we need to research that anyway, so Ceratosaurus, Abratosaurus, Concavenator, Eutyrannus, Moros, Proceratosaurus. We could get Moros. Coelophysis, Guanlon, Herrerasaurus, Troodon, Velociraptor. We do actually have raptors in the Hattek Islands. I can't remember what the name of the dinosaur is. But I think what I want to do for the raptors is I want to use a different raptor, right? So we've gotten Pyroraptor now. We've gotten Velociraptor now. So I'm thinking either we get the new Deinonychus. It's actually really tempting to do that, honestly. Or get Utahraptor. I have a feeling Utahraptor is more expensive because it's bigger, bulkier, and stuff. So yeah, we might go for Deinonychus then. Triceratops, Deinonychus, Dimetrodon, Pyroraptor. The problem is that we would need to send expeditions to Deinonychus. Do we have a dinosaur in our roster? We do have Iguanodon. I am thinking of getting Iguanodon because of Zalmoxes, which is a part of the Raptodonts. We talked about that in the last episode. But yeah, Zalmoxes is a type of very late Cretaceous Iguanodont. So we can look forward to getting that. Lortoid, Parasaurolophus, Centaurosaurus, Crevosaurus, Maiasaura, Diplodocus, Dreadnoughtus, Mamenchisaurus, Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Patagotitan. I am thinking of getting either Patagotitan or Apatosaurus because there is a sauropod in the Hatek Islands called Megaerosaurus, which is a dwarf sauropod. Now, normally I would use Nigersaurus to represent that dinosaur, the dwarf dinosaurs, because it is, Nigersaurus isn't a very large dinosaur. It's got the best build to kind of match Megaerosaurus, but unfortunately Nigersaurus isn't in this game for now. So we're gonna have to use one of the other sauropods. I'm tempted to go for Apatosaurus. So there's that. Ferrozinosaurus, that's a whole marble on its own. Hypsilophodon. Oh, we could go for Hypsilophodon, actually. Yeah, surely there's like some sort of Hypsilophodon dinosaur in the Hatek Islands. Need to look more into it. And it's a new dinosaur. And also, it's in the Jurassic Park Islands, or at least in the canon in the book. Ornithomimus, Pachycephalosaurus, Struthiomimus, none of which are dinosaurs that are in, like, the Hatek Islands or Portugal. Archaeornithomimus, Dinosaurus, Homocephalus, Stygimoloch, Microceratus, Protoceratops, Psittacosaurus. I am planning to get Quetzalcoatlus or Thanatos Dracon later, but that's like much later. Oviraptor, Deinonychus, Spinosaurus. Okay. Honestly, Hypsilophodon does sound tempting. But I think I'll go for Iguanodon, because we already kind of have Iguanodon DNA. Granted, it's also like, granted we only have like what, enough DNA to make a female out of it. You know what? I think stuff it. I'll go for Hypsilophodon. We'll go for Hypsilophodon. I feel like that's the cheapest. It's cheap, surely, because it's a small dinosaur. I'm sure Hypsilophodon can live with Stegosaurus. Stegoceratops. Sauropods, Ornithomimosaurs, Hadrosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Carnivores, Ceratopsids, Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus. Yeah. So it doesn't say anything about Dryosaurs or Hypsilophodons or Ornithopods. So yeah, I think we'll go for that. We'll make some Hypsilophodons. Granted, we don't really have any room. Ooh, actually, what if I were to move this to here? Can I do that? Not really. The Hypsilophodon is... Oh, not in America, actually. I remember. It's in Europe. It's in the... What's this formation? Yeah. The Isle of Wight, because it lives near Baryonyx and Iguanodon and stuff. I have some stuff to talk about, actually. I just realized. So good news recently. So as of recently, there's been chit-chat of a new Jurassic Park DLC. The next Jurassic Park DLC. Which will be the Jurassic World not Dominion. What was the movie called again? Jurassic World Rebirth, right? Jurassic World Rebirth DLC, which is exciting. But let's be honest. Are we really surprised? I mean, of course they were going to make a Rebirth DLC eventually. It would be weird if they didn't. But it's good to know that it is coming sooner than we think, actually. I think it's the next big DLC, right? So that means that we'll be getting what's the Titanosaurus? We'll be getting new skins for Quetzalcoatlus, Spinosaurus, and maybe even T-Rex. We'll probably get the Distortus Rex and the Mutodon. And then we also have probably either J-Holopteryx will return in this DLC. That's my prediction, at least. Or they'll just reuse that and mark it as a different pterosaur somehow, as like a Neurognathus or something. Even though personally I don't think they look that different from each other, but at the same time we got Hypsilophodon, which looks basically like a shrunken down Tyrannosaurus. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's pretty cool to know what we'll get for the next DLC. We still don't know what the next returning dinosaur is. We're in January now, and they said they were going to start in January. They were going to start making more returning dinosaurs that haven't been added into the game, that were in the base game of last game, right? But we have yet to hear anything. Oh, Baryonyx. I want Hypsilophodon though. But there's no harm doing some Baryonyx as well. Why not? Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get Baryonyx into this park, but it's nice. Yeah, we're like in the middle of January and we haven't heard any news on what the next returning dinosaur will be. You watch as like as soon as I release this video, then like immediately the next thing that pops up is like new dinosaur, returning dinosaur, the Majungasaurus. That's my prediction, at least on what I think will be coming back. I think Majungasaurus will be the next dinosaur up in line. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah. As for like the DLC dinosaurs, I'm not sure how the DLC... I think I get the impression that even the DLC dinosaurs from last game will be coming back as well, because they released Dinochirus, didn't they, in December, which was awesome. So I'm guessing... Yeah, and that wasn't even in a part of the DLC. They just added that as like something free for the game. So like even the DLC dinosaurs will be coming. So that's great. It's good to know. Yeah. Right. I need more money. Okay. So how can I do this? We can start by getting a toilet. Do we have DNA for Stegosaurus? It just occurred to me that I don't think we even have DNA for Stegosaurus, so we'll probably need to send out expeditions. We need to send expeditions anyway, so that we can get a male Stegosaurus with them, so that they could breed. I don't know, let's just focus on the Hypsilophodon first. We do need an incubator. We don't have that, and we don't have the money for it. Which is not great, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, come and immerse yourself in the wonders of virtual reality with a visit to our cutting-edge VR suite.
No. The rich people do not like VR. nor do the naturalists. They sit on the deck. I really want to put a dinosaur in this enclosure now. Okay, so I think this is the plan, right? I'm going to get Hypsilophodon, and then we'll go from there. Okay, right. First things first. Stego. No, I do not have Stegosaurus is currently at 0. Ooh, you get your little hologram. That's cool. Can I make Hypsilophodon? How do you spell Hypsilophodon? I can make Hypsilophodon, but can I make males though? No, I can't make males. Still, I think it would be a good idea to get the different versions. So, yeah, there's neither... Yeah, no difference in the males and females, except maybe the color pattern's different? Okay, no, the color palette's different. I don't think it matters anyway, because I'm pretty sure we can't get any male Hypsilophodons. Okay, right. Not Homalocephalae. I want Hypsilophodon, which increases security for some reason. Actually, I guess because it's such a nothing dinosaur, in terms of like, it won't do anything. So, yeah. All right. Okay. What do we got? Only 2? Yeah, we only got 2 females. Ooh, but they're really pretty, actually. I like the orange and red. So yeah, hopefully this additional dinosaur will make things... will increase the guest rate just slightly. Yeah, okay. So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the Hypsilophodons. Love that they're sending them in this giant crate when they're like the size of chickens. So they're probably like banging all over the place. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Hypsilophodon to the park.
Alright. Can I quickly first say that it's like blatantly just a reskinned... It's Homalocephalae. It's basically a Homalocephalae mod. Like, I could just go to like the mod center and find like Hypsilophodon mod, and I would basically get the same thing, and I paid money for this. I'm still glad that Hypsilophodon's in the game, but like I wish that they like watch. This is gonna be the same animation and everything. It's literally the Homalocephalae animation. Like, why did we have to pay money for basically a reskin? But anyways, but yeah, in terms of the dinosaur itself, Hypsilophodon is a small little ornithopod that lived in the Cretaceous period. It is similar to Dryosaurus, but from what I've read, apparently they're not related to Dryosaurus. I don't know, the phylogeny is all over the place. Some saying it's like related to Iguanodonts, and then like all this other mumbo jumbo. Some say it's like a split off far back since like before Marginocephalians evolved, which were like dinosaurs that are related to dinosaurs like ceratopsians and pachycephalosaurs, which I guess would make sense because also they're saying like they're related to raptidons. So I don't know the phylogeny of Hypsilophodon. It's like crazy. You guys want wetlands? Are you guys okay with wetlands? You're perfectly okay with wetlands. So let's get some wetlands. I guess it was stated like... I'm not sure if I like that one though. This dinosaur did come from the wetlands DLC, so it makes sense that it would want wetlands. But yeah, like so the difference between Hypsilophodon and Dryosaurus is that for one, Dryosaurus is actually a surprisingly large dinosaur. by large I mean like it's like as big as a guy, right? Like it could stand up and like look you in the eye. While Hypsilophodon, the dinosaur is the small little like fodder rabbit dinosaurs that you would typically see. Like they're not huge. They're like the size of chickens. And yeah, and also like I'm not sure whether or not Dryosaurs had it or not, but Hypsilophodon had thumbs similar to like iguanodons. So I guess that's another reason why like Hypsilophodons are related to the raptidons and stuff. So they had like little opposable thumbs so that they would be able to hold on to plants and eat them and stuff. Very cool stuff. Yeah. And also they also had beaks, right? Which I'm not sure whether or not Dryosaurs had beaks or not, but they have beaks. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Are you really attacking the fence? They can't break the fence, right? This small little rabbit dinosaur surely can't break through a fence. Let's make them satisfied. We'll get all this. Out of the mill. Okay. They also want more of each other, which I guess makes sense. They are like small dinosaurs that lived in groups. I'm not sure if they would have lived in groups actually. Well, small ornithopods in general. I mean, it makes sense that they would live in herds. And they are supposedly they are related to like hadrosaurs and stuff. Like iguanodonts and later down the line the Crephosaurids. So I guess they would live in herds. But as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure there's any immediate like reference or evidence that they did live in. They probably, I don't know. I guess it comes to interpretation, really. It's the whole thing with raptors as well, but that's like a whole argument on its own. Yeah. Right, so now we got our second dinosaur species, and the last thing that we need to do would just be to increase the genome of Tyrannosaurus, which will cost a lot of money. It costs $500,000 to research for it alone. Then we would need to send fossil expeditions to grab the fossil remains for Tyrannosaurus, which I can only imagine would also be like super expensive. Extracting it, thankfully, would be simple, you know, $50,000 no matter what dinosaur it is. So there's that. But God, I hope the game doesn't like pull out a curveball and go like, hey, can you like make us a T-Rex, please? Make us a T-Rex with, even though you only have like 2 free dinosaurs in the park. Yeah, sure, I'm feeling like insane today. Why not? Yeah, and I'm sure we'll also increase the Hypsilophodon population. We'll get the male variant and stuff. And yeah, there we go. They just got the water. Okay, right on. So if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel, and make sure you... I just spilled some Coke on me. Have a super time. Bye-bye!